To those who serve our country in the National Guard and Reserve, there are resources out there to help you with employment. In Washington state, there's WorkSource, a partnership of state, local, and nonprofit agencies that provides an array of employment and training services to job seekers and employers. Located throughout the state in both urban and rural areas, there are over 60 WorkSource centers, affiliates, and connection sites where active duty Washington National Guard and reservists and military spouses get priority access to a wide array of resources. These include job referrals as well as one-on-one sessions with employment specialists who can help you with any employment barriers. There are workshops to enhance your resume, market yourself, and learn strategies for success. Most importantly, National Guard and reservists can find the tools they need to find the career they want at WorkSource.
It takes a lot of dignity to come through our doors when you're a job seeker, because you're coming in and you're either saying, I don't have a job, or I'm wanting a different job. You need a lot of grace and humility, and we acknowledge that.
For us, it's not about getting a job as much as it is getting that job, that career that you find fulfilling.
Someone may come in and they might be having a really hard time. They're not finding the employment, they're not understanding why, they're frustrated. They're speaking in language from the military that a lot of people don't understand.
How many of you have a hard time delivering that language on paper, putting it on paper?
We have a really excellent class specifically for veterans. It's called Marketing Yourself 101, because a lot of the veterans that come in are highly technical and have amazing skill sets. That being said, they don't know the language and how to change it to civilian.
And my job is to show you how to literally take all of your experiences and put them into play. I speak civilianese, I'm a translator, but I understand processes as well, and a lot of the vets that come in don't get that.
John told me that my resume was kind of all over the place. I had borders and whatnot that didn't really look professional. I didn't have much detail in it. He went over it with me. We managed to add a lot more transferable skills to it. Definitely made it look a lot more appealing to an employer, I think.
Once I did what Moose said for his resume changes, you wouldn't believe the callbacks. I applied for a job Monday and I have an interview Friday.
Guard and reservists bring an unbelievable amount of skills to the workplace. They have an amazing adaptability that you don't necessarily see in civilians, because civilians have not had to adapt and be flexible in ways that our military service people have.
Being in the Guard and Reserve, you're not just dealing with the military, you're dealing with your family, and you're dealing with your other job, then you're dealing with your training. Oh, by the way, you have to go to school for your military. So it's constantly trying to make everything work.
My job here at WorkSource is the local veteran employment representative. We're connected with employers to promote veteran job opportunities, put on hiring fairs, and just trying to make sure that there's a human presence that's making the connection between businesses and veterans. Employers that contact us are of all sizes. It could be a mom and pop shop, like say it's a mechanic shop and they're looking for a skilled mechanic veteran. It could go all the way up to the size of Amazon.
We really try to get employers to know the benefits to hiring our veterans, because there is a prestige that goes along with that. It does so much good.
We value our partnership with WorkSource. Our talent acquisition team and our local store managers have been involved with a couple WorkSource hiring fairs where we've actually gone to their events and sourced candidates and hired them from these events.
We work with WorkSource in a variety of ways. We do one-on-one calling, where I can pick up the phone and talk to one of the reps at WorkSource and say, I have this soldier who needs this kind of job. Do you have anything that you could think of locally? WorkSource also puts on things like their Employer of the Day, where they will bring an employer into a WorkSource location, and it gives people an opportunity to go talk to Amazon one-on-one or talk to Starbucks one-on-one. And they do that in almost all their locations.
And what's really great about WorkSource is that wherever you go, the WorkSource is set around the demographic that it's at. And so WorkSource Thurston County looks completely different as WorkSource Lewis County or Mason County.
Guardsmen and reservists live throughout the state, and many live in the rural areas where finding viable employment is kind of a difficult situation. And by having WorkSources scattered throughout the state, it makes it a little bit easier for them to find employment and to find somebody that can help them.
Having someone that they can go to and trust, who has their best interests in mind, I think goes beyond anything, because it builds confidence, it builds their self-esteem, and it allows them to take risks. And so we help them to go, it's okay. You don't have to apply for just this one job. Apply for all these jobs. I'll help you with all these jobs. That's not a problem. What I'm concerned about is making sure that you're going to be able to get a job to put food on the table, a roof over your head, and a bed to sleep in, and for your family as well.
They'll help you as much as you're willing to give. Of course you have to do your work, but they're gonna help you in any way possible to get you to where you need to be able to support your family and to support your life, and just be a better member of society and just get back on your feet.
When you walk into most WorkSources, you're going to find there's a bell in the resource room, and that bell is to be rung when you have successfully got employed.
So when people are ringing the bell, they've gone back to employment that makes their hearts happy and makes them fulfilled as a human. And so the celebration for us and the culture for us is finding them the right job, the right fit every time.
Let WorkSource help you find your next career. Go to WorkSourceWA.com to find a location in your area and start your journey towards success.